Okay, I believe we are live now. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful, what is it, Thursday morning or Wednesday evening, depending on where you're at. Thursday morning for me, Wednesday evening for Angela. I'm like, wait, is that right? Yes. So I have a wonderful guest here today, Angela, and we're going to be talking a bit about Angela's experience outsourcing Facebook group growth with my team.
Yes,
So, Angela, do you want to just start by explaining who you are, who you serve, and yeah, a little bit about yourself?
absolutely. So I'm Angela. I am a success coach. The name of my company is Lead the Success Coach Company. And we have a couple different lanes, but the one that I'll focus on here is the one that we serve in my Facebook group, where I focus and help women to really understand and walk in their authenticity, do that self work to bring that forth in their businesses, in their corporate environment, in their life holistically. Um, This topic is one that's huge as I work with entrepreneurs, right? Who are trying to build their businesses and be everything in the business, um, plus what they really want to do, right?
Yes, amazing. And so when it comes to working with you, how are people working with you? One-to-one, group coaching, courses?
So majority of my clients work in a group environment. I do offer a one-to-one experience as well as a self-paced experience as well. So it really just depends on where you are in your journey.
Okay, amazing. And if you're not connected with Angela already, I highly recommend you go click her profile, send her a friend request, see if you're lucky enough and get accepted. Because she's just amazing at what she does. I've experienced her mindset work as well as my clients have. It's just been incredible. So can you explain to us when you came to myself inquiring about Facebook group growth and management, where were you at? Like, where was your group at? Where was your business at? What was your kind of thought process as you reached out?
Absolutely. So Emily, by the time I came to you, you were my fourth effort
Okay.
in getting this social media exposure, feel touch, like getting this done the right way. I've done the research around understanding how to do it myself. So I know what I'm looking for. It's the actual doing part that becomes the challenge. When I've worked with other individuals, I ran into scenarios of them not being able to understand the language that I speak in to my clients, right? So understanding my brand or being able to depict it in the right way from the image perspective,
Mm,
um, or even, what looked like and appeared to be the right methodology for me and what little I know about the social media space, but it not producing numbers, right? So I'm paying
mm,
for the service. It looks good. I think it's right, but I'm not getting the return. There is no growth of my ideal client in the space. So yeah, by the time I came to you, I kind of had threw my hands up and was ready to say, bump social media. Like
mm,
there has to be another way.
okay.
You came by recommendation from my coach. And while you were recommended, I didn't jump, right? I watched. I watched the work that you were doing in her group to see what was actually happening. Like I needed to see the proof in the pudding at this point. 4 people later, I need to see something actually happen, right?
Yeah.
And what was key is that her group, it was phenomenal. And like the first action that you took in her group, I was like, oh, she really thinks she real good because she had a huge following. She was showing up like she was doing the stuff. And you told her to start a new group. And I was like, okay, oh, okay, oh, okay, I'm gonna watch. Let me see. But it worked. And so that's what made me pull the trigger.
I see. That's so interesting because I didn't know this. I didn't know this. I'm like, okay, so that's what happened. So interesting. So you decided to pull the trigger. And then let's say, I'm not sure how many months it's even been, but it's been it was closer to the beginning of the year-ish. Fast forward to now, how are things? How are things going?
So,
What was your experience?
wow, so my Facebook group was sitting at about 187, right? Um, and it was 187 of, so let me back up. My personal Facebook profile had 5,000 followers. And from a lot of the different things that I've been a part of, I've gained friends, right? And family and just a mixture. So I had a quantity there. And what I had begun to do is I invite them into my Facebook group. You know how you just go and just start inviting friends because they let you. Because I wanted there to be a number. And in my mind, I'm thinking, when the right people come in, I don't want them to be the only people here. I need them to feel like I've been doing this and I have followers, so I'm gonna just fill the room. So what I quickly learned is that when the wrong people were in the room, I wasn't getting the engagement. Like it was just a room full of people, random people. So one of the huge things that I really desired was I need to be in a space where it's my ideal client. And the number, while I needed to see the growth that was promised, I wasn't measuring it just on that. I was measuring it more on the quality of the person that was coming into the room. That's what was important. And I think we're at like 1.8K or something of people in the group. But what's so important is that they're my ideal client. Like I can speak to them in a language that they understand. I don't have to water it down or sugarcoat. Like I can speak to them in the language that they need to be spoken to and deliver the message and the impact that I truly want to do.
That is like such a good reflection and an important statement there, that it doesn't matter if your group has 5,000 members, if it's just random people. Like, and those people aren't going to be able to hear you. It's going to be like they have earplugs in, because they're not going to understand what you're saying, because you're not speaking to your ideal client, then speaking two different languages. So that's such a key point there. And then for your specific ideal client, the interesting thing is as well, is with the kind of person Angela works with, from my understanding, is they're not somebody that's on social media all the time. They're not somebody that's liking, commenting, doing all the things. So Angela's group is of this size, but her group is going to look a bit different in its activity compared to other groups because of her kind of ideal client. Her ideal client is a professional woman that has her things going on. She's busy and she doesn't have time to be liking all the things, hashtag replaying all the things, but she's still watching. She is still in there watching. And like Angela said, she can see from it who's in her group that her ideal clients are watching her. So such a good point. So the last question here is, in terms of like communication with myself, my team, all of that, and somebody who's thinking about outsourcing and thinking, should I outsource or not? Or should I outsource with Emily and her team or not? What would you say to that person that's kind of on the fence, or where you were, where like, hey, I need to see this work?
Right. So the first thing I would tell you is that in a space of my business, I work with entrepreneurs specifically with service-based entrepreneurs in building their business, right? And when they say social media, I say Emily. Like there is no, like, it's like, so, okay, like, it's like they match each other. And I'm like, okay, listen, in our cycle, that's a little bit over here because I need you to do these things first, right? I need you to know who and where you're talking to before you can even get to Emily. But yeah, that's what's over here. You don't have to touch your Facebook anymore. It's over here, it's right here. So when I think about the value that has been brought, I am probably overly organized. I am that person that comes to the table with the full structure in place, like, okay, what do you need? Okay, it's here and it's here. So I'm overly structured. So to have someone who, number one, appreciates that and not like shy away from it was breathtaking to be able to experience that. Because a lot of times I do have to say, okay, well, I'll peel it back and let me redo it this way so that it's easily digested. But I didn't have to do that here, and I was so excited. The other thing is going through the experience, I watched for, how do I want to say, do they actually know what they should be looking for in order to give me what I want? Again, I do success coaching for businesses. Again, I know I just can't do, like I can't do consistently. So listening to the questions and looking at the questions that I was being asked in the sessions showed me that, okay, it's the right questions to get the right information out. So, and even in some of them, like, wait, I didn't even think about that. So wait, let me just take a mental note. So being able to even grow, right? I would say to anyone who is on the fence or struggling with their social media, if your ideal client is on Facebook and you want to relieve the pressure of trying to do it yourself. And I'm not saying figure it out because I think you can go to Emily and she'll help you figure it out. I'm saying relieve the pressure of doing it yourself. Figuring out what the post needs to say, figuring out what the image is, all of that. The right move is to go to Emily and her team. Emily and her team were able to understand my voice and deliver it in images and in content that sometimes literally, if I scroll through, I'm like, well, that's a really nice post. Who said that? Oh, I did. Oh, okay. So when I say it connects not just to my client, it connects to me. I know that it is my brand, and it aligns, and it is a weight off of my back. That consistency is essential in order for you to build, in order for you to be in love with the Facebook algorithm, like in order for you to exist in the space, you have to have that consistency. And if you're anything like me, yeah, it wasn't happening. I wasn't showing up consistently in that space, but they've cared for that for me 110% and even more. So it's worth every dime that is invested in. In addition, it returns. So when I think about the clients that have come literally off of posts, like when I talk to them, I say, so what brought you in? Oh, I was watching it, I was reading your post. They didn't say, and I was like, okay, I need to get better at this. They didn't say, I was listening to you, and it was your live. It was the content that they were receiving based off of what the team was pulling from me and posting. And they signed me instantly. And I know you heard me say I know you heard Emily talk about who my ideal client was. I understand that my price point aligns with my ideal client, but it turned them immediately. So it's not just a post, it's not just pretty, it's not just cute words that somebody can like and heart. It results in clients. Yeah.
Wow. I could not ask for better feedback. I think I need to run an ad of just that. I'll hop off the organic marketing chain just to post that as an ad. No, thank you so much, Angela. I really appreciate your time as well as your feedback to hear a little bit about your journey and to maybe relieve some people of the hesitation that they may be in right now. So for anybody that'd like to connect with you, where can they go?
So I'm available for you right here in Facebook. My personal Facebook is Angela Pearl. My business is the Success Coach Company. I encourage you, if you have further questions, feel free to direct message me, like PM me, DM me, whichever way it is at this point. But reach out and ask your direct and genuine questions based off of your business. I'll happily answer them. I will be transparent with you. If I've experienced it, I'll tell you what my experience is. If I haven't, I'll tell you, I don't know. But I encourage you to, if you want to scale your business to the next level, it's knowing when to bring someone else in.
Yep.
So if you're at that space where you are hand on knob, ready to go, but you still have a question, I'm in it. Like, I'm doing what you're doing. I've done it for a couple of months at this point. I think we're probably like 6 months in. And I haven't thought once, you know how when you make purchases, you're like, okay, am I gonna continue this? That hasn't crossed my mind. This is one of those essentials that are on the book. So definitely feel free to reach out. I'll answer any questions. And respectfully, if you are a woman who is successful, like ready to break through the glass ceiling and move to the next level, hey, hit me up and we can talk about that as well.
Amazing. You heard it there. Go connect with Angela if you're that woman that she's speaking to. And we'll talk soon. Bye for now, Angela. Thank you so much.
A great one.